Good morning, folks. Yesterday I talked about a game called Persona 5 Royal. It's coming out that has the localization team for Atlas converting from Japanese to English, changing some lines of a scene which some felt was problematic because it had some overly effeminate gay characters hitting on one of the side characters. And how this wasn't being changed in the Japanese version. And everyone started saying, well, what does this mean? How does this work? Well, you can go through some of the history on oneangrygamer.net, this article here, where it came about from a website called Reset Era and a bunch of SJW type-ish people on Twitter talking about these things and trying to influence that. I was talking about Kanji yesterday, about how they have no problems talking about homosexual themes and how they dealt with that entirely in his entire arc. So this is not a problem with the writers of the game. This is not a problem with the characters that were created. Persona series is more than happy to deal with these issues. So all this is a bunch of sad, pathetic snowflakes who didn't get what they wanted or who don't like some elements in a game. And let's actually watch it because this website provided links to YouTube. Let's actually look at the scene, which is such a big deal that they're changing the translation. And you can tell me whether or not this is a translation problem or just a bunch of angry fans who don't know what they're doing. So here's the scene in the game in the English version in Persona 5.
Whoa!
So you could choose to basically do nothing for him.
Huh?
That's it. Like that's the scene. Fade to black. Morgana's like, oh well. That's that. A bunch of sentences that seem very innocuous. I don't know how you can mistranslate that, but it's possible. But let's actually look at the Persona 5 animation. They made this scene into an anime. So they play it up. They try to make it more attractive, more effeminate, more interesting. That's what you do with anime. You make things visually and audially attractive. And this is straight from Japan with, obviously, English subtitlers.
金髪の方、あなたに女難の相が出ています。お気をつけください。
え？俺？あら、可愛い子。筋肉もありそうだし、85点で。
Pretty much the same line from the game.
どこかしら？なんだこの化け物！新宿のクリーンちゃんです。食べちゃうぞ！
Okay, so they're a bit more aggressive with Ryuji here, or they're jumping on him.
これが長男。
かもしれません。おい、急がねえとやべえぞ。
And Ren takes off.
ユージ。
健闘を祈る。あばよー。
Like that's ridiculous, but that's the point. It's played for laughs. Two very effeminate men hitting on your best buddy, and you're like, gotta go, sorry, don't want to touch that. That's the scene. That's it. That's the great. So I'm sorry, this is not a translation error. This is not a problem with, oh, the localization got it wrong, we're going to correct it this time. No, this is a bunch of overly sensitive snowflakes bitching and moaning about one scene because of their ideology that you have to protect the minorities. That's all this is. That's all it ever was. And that's it. That's all there is to the story. And whoever did the translation has bent the knee. And they have to go through all this, the ethics, what is it, some ethics group, Square Enix ethics department. It's pathetic. Okay? So, no, this is not a translation issue. Stop whining. It's a bunch of SJWs. Thank you very much, guys. Have yourself a good morning.